Greetings viewers, this is Monto Maverick coming at you with another video. Today we'll be assembling the high-end master model Rev Raptor. In addition, I will give my full review on it, the good, the bad, everything else in between, and lastly, we will determine if this is a kit worth getting. So, without further ado, let's get straight to assembling this figure. And here we have the high-end master model Rev Raptor fully assembled. And just seeing this all put together, I must admit it is definitely one of the smaller Zords in the high-end master model Kotobukiya Zord line. And it is to be expected. It was a small box, so kind of a no-brainer. But regardless, even though of a small size, I gotta give it credit where credit's due. It's pretty proportionate. The legs, the arms, the body, even the head. Nothing seems to be too big or too little. So I am thankful for that. I was kind of worried about the small size for a little bit, but it does work out pretty well. Not only that, but seeing that everything's all together, including with all the colors that I mentioned during the individual parts video, everything just works out pretty well. The blades for its weapons are a nice silver, and it's definitely different compared to the other like I think I mentioned was like a very light purple grayish color for the legs, the back, the upper arms. So yeah, so all that just works out pretty well. And seeing the other silver with his claws, with his feet, the hands, definitely makes this stand out pretty well. Also do like that, I didn't mention this during the part video, but I do like the way how the head is. It's a very menacing head, so I kind of like how it is. Granted, though, many of the Zor's lines, many of the heads do look a little bit menacing, but this one just works out pretty well, just because maybe it's due to it's a Velociraptor type Zord, and by pictures alone, or even by movies, I'm talking about Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, Velociraptors do look a bit menacing. So definitely like the fact that it works out with this kit as well. But yes, like I said, everything just looks really well. Everything works out pretty well, proportion wise, color wise, size wise. Definitely do like the way how this turned out. Now that it's fully assembled, let's take a look at some articulation. So, just like in the parts of the video, the tail can go in many different directions, up and down, side to side. The body can actually extend a little bit. So some nice articulation there, very nice poses. The leg probably can go around, but due to the arms, it might get in the way. But even without that, does have some nice rotation. Nice knee bend. The ankle can go up and down, and a slight swivel. And of course, this can open up with a little jet for like aerial attacks. So very nice. The arms can go a little bit back right before it hits the weapon. Go down 2. Pretty nice elbow joint. And it can actually almost straighten the arms out, so that's very good too. The claws can open, and also be careful, these can be a little bit sharp, so we're just That's probably as open as can be for the hands. Which I forgot to do. Yep, the toes can move a little bit too. The head actually has a really nice neck joint. But it can go all around. Now that it's attached, the mouth can open as wide. It's a nice neck movement. The weapons can go a little bit backward and a little bit forward. Like so. And of course the blades can move backward and forward. And it can also extend, like so. And lastly, the cockpit. And that's about it for articulation. And now for some side-by-side comparisons. Here's a Reve Raptor right beside standard amplified Galamon or Dukemon. Actually, I reviewed this figure right before the Reve Raptor, so be sure to check that out. So naturally, definitely a big difference here. Galamon is definitely a lot taller. And here's the Reve with the Master Grade Gundam Astray red frame. Yep, definitely taller than the Reve Raptor. And to me, the biggest comparison that I want to do is right beside its other Velociraptor counterpart, the Gun Sniper. So the Gun Sniper definitely is wider, but that's mostly due to its weapons. In terms of height, though, I'll say Reve Raptor got this one. However, if I were to extend the head a little bit, nope, I think that's about it. Yeah, the Reve Raptor does have the height advantage here. But one thing I do like, the difference between the Gun Sniper and the Reve Raptor. The Gun Sniper main weapons are, well, guns, whereas the Reve Raptor main weapons are, well, blades. So it's really interesting to see two Velociraptors, but definitely a nice comparison of not just size, but just weaponry entirely. One's more blade or base, the other one is more gunfire base. So very interesting on that. And that's it for side-by-side comparisons. As stated in the parts video, the body does have one piece you can just remove, and you can add the other piece in that has a hole, so you can attach an actual base to it. So you can actually use some aerial poses, even though the Reve Raptor is not really an aerial Zoid, but regardless, the point of this is just to make it have some sort of like jumping attack or just a ferocious pouncing position. But the point is, this is actually doing pretty well. It's actually holding pretty well too. I was kind of worried, but I'm kind of glad that this looks pretty well in a nice pose with the action base. And even so, the articulation, as I mentioned, is pretty good. I am really happy the way how this turned out. It seemed like for action base wise, it keeps its balance pretty well. Now on the ground, without action base, well, let's test that out. And as you can see here, without the action base, it still holds its balance quite well. And I gotta give credit's due. Everything just works well. Articulation works well with the balance. It seemed like there are many good poses it can put his figure in. So I'm really satisfied with that. On that note, I think now's a good time to share my opinion on the good, the bad, and everything else in between. Start off with the good. As I mentioned before, proportion-wise, is pretty good. I don't think one part is bigger than the other or needs to be bigger or smaller than the other. I think it works quite well. Second is the color. I was a bit hesitant just because of that, as I say, the very light gray purplish color. I was pointing at these parts of the leg, the upper arms, and a little bit of the back. But actually, that color works pretty well as I guess you can say, like a skeletal form, and the black and the red, even the purple, really countered that color quite well. So it's a really good contrast. Articulation is really good on this. I was really surprised by that. Very happy with it too, especially that, as I mentioned, you can pose this in many different ways as you like. Um, I think that's about it that I can think of for the good. As for bad, the one piece that I was using to connect it to the action base, this piece right here, it's kind of tight. So either you have a really good fingernail or use something else. Maybe you can use a utility knife, but be careful. You need to remove that piece so you can put this piece in. So just a little bit of a pain, but other than that, not too bad. Oh, one other good I just thought about is the pieces are holding on really well. I was posing this a few times, and I'm just very thankful that not a single piece fell off, which is a really good thing for a model kit. I would say that's probably the best good thing about this kit so far is that all the pieces are staying tight, did not lose as of right now, and then not a single piece fell off. So that's really good. I don't think there's actually too many bad on that. And on that note, is this a kit worth getting? I would say yes, especially if you are starting out as a model kit builder, or if you would just want to get started. If you've done a Gunpla that I've reviewed several of them on this channel. If you done Gunpla, you want to get started in Zords, I would say the Reve Raptor is a really good beginner. It was a simple build, very easy, and you get something like this. I'll say it's a really good start in case you want to go in that line. So yes, absolutely. If you're interested in kit building, Zoids, or even Gunpla, this is a really good kit to start. Thank you all for watching this review on the high-end master model Zoids Kotobukiya Rev Raptor. I was really happy with the way how this turned out. I was a bit hesitant because I was hoping for something a little bit more, I guess, not really detailed, but a little bit more complex in terms of the build. But I can't deny that I actually had a good time building this. And actually, the way how this turned out, just by posing wise and just the look of it, you know what? I kind of am sharp myself. I like to take back when I first thought about this kit previously before I purchased it. But when I saw it was at a good price, I figured, you know what? Let me pick it up and let me give myself my own opinion. So I'm kind of glad that I decided to build it, and I'm really satisfied with how it turned out. So yes, as I mentioned before, if this is something you want to get started on, I highly recommend it. So with all that being said, again, thank you. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell for more video updates. And in case you want to follow me on social media, I do have an Instagram and Reddit account. There are links on the below. There are two videos here. The last video is actually the individual parts video of the Rev Raptor, so you want to take a look at that. You're more welcome to do so. And on the other side, we have a video that YouTube pick out. Hope you enjoy that as well. So with all that being said, thank you again, and until next time, keep on building.